that warrants a level. Hey, it's not worth you getting cell extracted. It's not worth all of that.
That ain't got nothing to do with me, man. I'm just getting isolated from the juvenile.
It's not worth you getting cell extracted, Mayweather.
Going back to the same me I was before I came over here.
Why?
To show you the difference in tearing up a book and tearing up a stash.
Mayweather is not that serious. It's not that serious.
It is that serious. I'm getting played out of goddamn level.
Just gotta give it time.
But Mayweather.
Tell me that ain't that serious.
But you have to take responsibility for your actions.
I took responsibility. I taught the damn door. They slammed my hand in the door too. Take responsibility for that.
There's no camera, man.
I don't care.
Changed to different units before he came down to B. Then he was transferred to the control unit. Before he came up to the control unit, he stayed in our padded cell for a while. He's tried to destroy state property. He has over restitution to the state for destruction of state property. I mean, he's really been a handful. He's just started coming down these past few weeks. In a day, it just, because he didn't get a radio, because we just did the new radio system where the upper levels are getting radios, and he tore a book up a few days ago, and he tore a school book up, and now destruction of state property. So I told him that he would not more likely get his next level, which is a level 2, where he could get the radio, and he got upset. And that's when I tried to de-escalate the situation by telling him we can do a week-to-week evaluation of his behavior, and if he has a consistent positive behavior, then we can probably do a level change and give him his level. He was past that point. Then he was already had geared himself up. He was already hyped up, ready to go. So I couldn't calm him down. He was already set in his mode, and I think because the camera crews was here and then the officers, some of the officers he has problems with were here. So he just, and then it doesn't help that his peers seem to join in and make him hype him up a little bit more. So he really got into himself and just refused, and he already shut down. So any communications I was giving him, he already had shut down on me. Mayweather.
I see you over there on the screen.
Come and talk to me.
Hey, now I'm about to come to that window.
Just come and talk to me. I don't want them to suit up and come here on you because I want to try to prevent that. We don't want that to happen. Mayweather. Let's compromise. We're gonna compromise. You give me up the broom, we discuss your level. We'll discuss something that we can do, and instead of waiting 3 weeks to get your level, maybe we can do a week to week. You know what I'm thinking? We can talk to you every week to see how you're doing. We have a student that is refusing to give up the broom that he has in his room that he was cleaning with, and I tried to talk him out before things got escalated because I didn't want things to escalate, but he's refusing to give it up right now. So right now I'm just trying to wait and see what the shift supervisors can do, but I didn't want them to have to go in there and do a cell extraction if we didn't have to. So I tried to do some reasoning with him, some negotiating, but it didn't work. So he's refusing, and he wants them to come in there on him right now. So that's what we're at right now. We can't go any further until he refuses to give it up, so it's up to the shift supervisor right now.
You tried really hard. I mean, you really worked it.
Yeah, because I don't like them to go in and if I can try to de-escalate the situation, I will. And that's my whole purpose of trying to de-escalate and try to get them to compromise and work with me. But sometimes it doesn't go that way.
Don't come out. Coming out, don't come back in here. I don't know. Someone come back, it's gonna be working.
Is everybody here? Everybody in good shape. Nobody's hurt. Everybody got all your equipment. All your equipment account for it. Nobody's hurt. No fingers broke. Good. Everybody okay? Good. You good guy? It's approximately 18. Mayweather Brown is in the chair. Cell extraction is complete. Turn it back. Here we go. So what do you want to do? Do I got to come and check on you every single day? Yeah. Do you want me to come and sit in school with you every single day? I'm serious. I'll come and do it. If I got to do that, then that's what I'll do. Straight up, real talk. That's what I'll do. Is that what you want? All right. As a man of my word, when we let you out the restraint chair, I'm gonna walk you back to your cell, myself. Now I could be at home with my family. I'm gonna walk you back, and every day you come to school, if I'm at work, I'm gonna take you to school. Myself, I'm gonna escort you myself to school. I have no problem with doing that. If that's gonna help you get through the program and get you out faster than most of these other guys, then that's what we'll do. You give me your word as a man, I'm giving you my word as a man. I can get you out of here extremely quick. That's the coming to Jesus meeting you want. We gotta come to Jesus meeting. All right? All right, calm down. Take a deep breath. Count to 10, relax. We're gonna start fresh from this day. Now you probably got your level. What level are you? Oh my God. You probably 0 now. Now we gotta start all over again. Now I'm gonna talk to the superintendent and the captain, and I'm gonna let them know what I'm gonna do. All right? I'm gonna give you my word. Now don't be tomorrow having a bipolar incident and be acting crazy. Okay? Because I know you be acting silly sometimes. All right? All right. Now stay calm, and I'll get you out of here in maybe about an hour. Just don't do nothing silly. All right? Okay. And don't get out of my chair. Smile. It's not that bad. It's gonna get better. All right.
So I know we're back down here in SAG, and you're still here. How long have you been down here?
A year and about a year and 4 months.
About a year and 4 months?
Yeah.
How do you handle being in SAG a year and 4 months?
Sometimes I get stressed out and I act out, but other times I really don't pay attention to it.
So what does a kid do with all his time in a small cell like this when you don't get out?
Really don't got nothing to do. But I don't really let it bother me until I really act out.
And do you kind of know when you feel like you're going to start acting out? Can you feel it building? Tell me about like the anger you start to feel.
And I just get I get real mad, and I tell the officers that I'm about to get mad, and then I'll just start acting up.
So I know the last time we were here, they ended up extracting you from your cell because you had a broom in there, or a mop that you didn't want to give up. Explain to me what it was like, if you remember going through all that, what it was like when it was happening.
I've been cell extracted a lot of times, and I it just was another time for me. I mean, my adrenaline was rushing too fast. I couldn't really tell what was going on.
Is it scary when you know they're getting ready to come in?
No.
What are you thinking when you see them round in the corner?
That they about to come in, I gotta protect myself.
So what were you doing in your cell when you saw them getting ready to come in? What do you do to protect yourself?
I just get myself hyped up, get my adrenaline rushing, so I can be ready, prepared to wrestle with them.
But then it was shortly after that you were calmed down, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about interacting with, the officers who are on the unit, and how does that go?
Sometimes it's good, sometimes I don't like them. Because they when we're behind these doors, they really got a lot to say.
So what brought you into the Department of Corrections to begin with? How old were you? What'd you do?
I was 13, about to be about 2 months from being 14, and I had a long history of being in the system, and I had a lot of battery charges, and I just was non-compliant, and I had a lot of stuff on my record, and I kept running the streets and stuff, and the police knew about it, but they never take me into jail. They'll just go back and write it down, and I would never know about it, and they was keeping documents on me when I go to court then.
So what made you act out while you were at home? I mean,
it wasn't really the parts at home. It was more when I went to school, like interacting with other peers and wrestling with the teachers, because I went to alternative school.
Do you know where your anger comes from at all?
Sometimes I just like to be angry.
Have you felt that way for a long time?
Yeah.
Since you were little?
Yeah,
What do you miss most about being out?
my family. Being I get to do the things I want to do.
What do you want to do when you get out of here?
Um, get myself straight so I can live good and live right and stay out of trouble.
How do you think your mom feels about you being in here? Is she around?
She wishes I was home and wish I wasn't getting in so much trouble.
Do you ever talk to her?
Yeah,
When was the last time you talked to her? Do you remember?
2 months ago.
So you haven't talked to any family member in 2 months?
Yeah,
What about your dad? Is he in the picture at all?
yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
So what does he think? How does he feel?
Just saying he wished I was out, and he tried to give me advice and other alternatives to try to get me to do good. Finish getting my education, and
What about brothers and sisters? Do you have any?
I got 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
So how are they?
They good. They try to get me to do good because I'm the youngest.
You're the baby,
Yeah,
and you're the only one that's been in trouble?
more or less. Yeah.
So when do you think you're going to get out of here?
If I do everything like I've been doing good, I'll probably about another 3 to 4 months I'll be out of here.
So in total, you've been down here in SEG, over a year?
Over here.
So once you leave SEG, they'll put you back in general population?
Yeah, on a higher level than I was. Try to get me out of here quick.
And then how long do you think it'll be before you're actually released from Pendleton?
No more than 4 months, but probably less.
So you could be out by summer.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say at all before we take off? Any of your thoughts at all about anything?
No, besides, this facility, it helps me. It helped me to realize that me acting out is not going to get me nowhere. As far as treatment-wise, they don't really give us a lot of treatment here. But as far as them showing us us acting up is not going to get us nowhere besides in trouble, that helps a lot. You got some officers that talk to us and try to get us to do good, and they actually care, and then you got some officers that don't. That's just the way.
Well, good luck. We hope you get out of here.
Thank you.
Okay?
That shit ready.
So
What's going on, Sarge? You gonna take what? Okay. Sarge, one, two. Got him? All right.
We're gonna put one in that room. We already shot.
open.
He must be alright.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
He's gonna look behind where the camera's
Hand back in there. There you go. That's your restriction.
Yes, sir.
There you go, sir.
Thank you.
April 27th.
That's right.
Next month on the 27th.
Next month, okay. And you?
17th.
So obviously, if you could go ahead and just give me your name.
Brandon Cox.
Brandon Cox.
Nathan Brady.
I'm sorry?
Nathan Brady.
Nathan Brady?
Yeah.
So obviously you guys were brought down here for a reason. You want to talk about what you did, what happened?
We don't know yet. We just, they can't woke us up out the bed and said that we was gonna say it. We usually know what we did because we usually go right when we do it, but we ain't did nothing yet.
Yeah, because that's what I thought when they walked in. Obviously, you'd know you were going to be taken somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So I hear there was a battery yesterday. Do you know anything about that?
They said we battered somebody, but I don't think they got the wrong people.
So you didn't batter anybody?
Every time I go to SEG, I admit for what I do, and I ain't do nothing this time. I always admit if I get in a fight or something.
So you've been in SEG before?
Yeah, I've been here for 2.5 years.
You've been,
In this place.
you've been in this prison 2.5 years?
Yes, ma'am.
What'd you do to get in here in the first place?
Grand Theft Auto and escape and assault and runaway and stuff.
So when you were on the outside before you came here to Pendleton, I mean, when you're in the midst of Grand Theft Auto or escape, do you think about what you're doing before you do it, or?
I thought about what I was doing, but I had friends around and stuff trying to impress people, but I was having fun at the same time, so I didn't think about coming here and then.
So what is it? You just think you won't get caught, or you just do it for fun? Or?
I was doing it for fun, but I was doing it all the time and I never got caught, so I just getting caught wasn't on my mind because I hardly ever got caught.
How old were you when you first started getting in trouble? Do you remember?
Like 11.
How do you get in trouble when you're 11?
I don't know.
I mean, was there something going on at home that?
I started getting in trouble because I used to run away a lot and stuff when I was little.
What were you running from?
Just everything. I used to run away to friends' houses and stuff, and then they call the cops and I'd go to juvenile and stuff. But I always got out, and then when I turned 13 and stuff, I started doing other stuff, like major stuff, stealing and stuff.
So it just kind of got worse over the years?
Yeah.
Now that you've been here 2.5 years, if you get out, are you going to stay straight?
Yeah, I'm trying to. That's why I don't want to go home yet, because I ain't ready. I want to wait until I learn my whole lesson so I don't come back or nothing.
Because when you get out, you're going to be 18, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you start going back to your old ways once you're out?
I'm not going back to my old ways. I don't want to come here for a long time again.
Nathan, is that what you said your name? So why do you think they came and got you?
It said battery, man. Didn't do nothing though.
So why would they identify you, Keith?
Cause they put the time out for it, but they said we're the only ones when the walk's gonna happen, so I think it was us.
Do you know who was battered, or did you hear anything about it? I mean, I know you guys kind of know everything that goes on everywhere.
I know who got battered, but I didn't know who done it.
What'd
They
you-
said we done it. I don't care. I tell them if I done it. Man.
So what'd you hear about the kid that got battered? What happened to him?
He said somebody hit him in his mouth. He had to get stitches. So I don't know.
So how long have you been in Pendleton?
3 years.
You've been here 3 years.
Yep.
And you're 18?
I turned 18 31st.
So you were 15 when you came here?
Mm-hmm.
So what'd you do on the outside that brought you here?
Everything. Stupid stuff, really.
Are you sorry about what you did now? Or?
Yeah, I am, but can't take it back now, though.
So how much longer do you think you're going to be here?
Hopefully not long. I'm trying to get a court date. Go on, but.
So what's it like being locked up? Obviously, you guys didn't know each other before you came here, right? So, you know, if somebody's watching, some kid out there's watching and, you know, he's a little, you know, out there gangbanging, running the streets thinking it's cool, what would you want to say to somebody watching this from somebody on the inside?
This ain't a place to come, I mean.
I try to be a role model.
You try one?
Be a role model. I tell him what it was like in here. I wouldn't try to scare him, but I was trying to kind of scare him at the same time so he wouldn't want to come here and stuff. So I don't think nobody want to come here.
Would that have helped you, do you think? What would have helped keep you out of a place like Pendleton?
If I had like a scare tactic, like where I came here and saw what it was like, I never knew what it was like. I just came and I was stuck here. Then I adapted to the environment and I got institutionalized.
See, that's one of the reasons we do the shows we do is so other kids can see what it's like from your point of view. So what would you want to tell them? What would you say?
This ain't a place to be, I mean. It's, without your family, it's rough being here, really. Especially when you've been locked up 3 years, it's hard to go home in this facility. Those get pulled down negative stuff by negative periods. Not the place to be, really.
You know, we've talked to other kids who've been here in Pendleton, who've gotten out and who've done pretty well, you know, for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And then other gang members start coming around again and they get lured back into the same stuff. Are you afraid that once you get out that life will be the same on the outside?
No, I think I'm more mature than what I was. I think I can handle it now.
I'm about to be a grown man and stuff, so I gotta look at life different instead of being just all about fun a little kid. I'm gonna go back to school and I got my GED, but I'm gonna go back to school and get my high school diploma, get a job and stuff, go to college.
What would you want people to know about you guys that you think they don't know now? Because people who drive by this facility probably think, you know, there's some bad kids in there. What do you think people don't know about you? What would you want them to know?
Not everybody bad. I ain't gonna lie, I was bad when I first got here because I was kind of upset that I was in here, but after a while, being bad ain't gonna get you out, so you just gotta be cool. I've been cool. I ain't been to seg down here for a while. So how do you feel about being in seg now? I want to know what I did, kind of. So I can. So I'm supposed to get a visit this weekend. I ain't trying to be down here a while for my visit.
Who's supposed to visit?
My mom, my sister, my grandma, my stepdad.
So you get visitation?
Yeah.
How often do you see your family?
Almost every weekend, every other weekend. Sometimes through the week.
That's pretty rare from what I've seen. A lot of kids don't get visits at all.
I'm from Evansville, so it's kind of a long drive too.
But they come see you. How do you feel about them seeing you like this?
I don't like them seeing me like this, but my mom, she just got out of prison like 3 months ago, so I used to have to visit her like this, so she kind of know where I'm coming from and stuff.
So what's that like watching a family member go to prison? What's that do to you as a kid?
I'm not saying I follow my parents. Well, I did kind of follow my parents' footsteps and stuff because they run the family. Because my dad in prison now, and he been there twice, and my mom just got out, and she was there for 5 years, and now I'm in here. The only person, like my big sister, she never got in trouble yet, and I'm kind of proud of her that she didn't follow me and stuff. My little sister didn't either, or my little brother. They ain't got in trouble. I hope they don't.
So watching them go through that didn't prevent you from ending up someplace like this, did that?
Yeah, because I got, one of my little brothers passed away when he was 13. He be 13 now, he drowned, and I used to look out for him, and I never started really, like I got in trouble and stuff, but then I started staying out of trouble trying to look out for him, and then when he died, I started getting in trouble again.
Just seems like a lot of you guys that we talk to, by the time you get to Pendleton, A lot of stuff has happened in your life before this. A lot of stuff. And almost everyone tells us it started young. So what can any adults do from early on to help kids who, start getting in trouble young?
I don't blame it on my parents, but when I started seeing the first side of drugs and like people get battered and stuff, it's from my family and stuff. So I kind of grew up around it, and then I was like, I didn't know that was bad because I was so young. So I did the stuff, and then by the time I knew it was something bad, I already had it in my bloodstream. I was getting in trouble for it.
Pretty loud down here, huh?
Yeah. That kid don't ever want to go home. That's why he yelling.
Really?
Yeah, he act up all the time. He got to stay down here till he leave.
We've talked to other kids who actually wanted to come in to say, like got in trouble on purpose to come down to say, because they were afraid they were going to get beat up.
Yeah, and they be getting their food took and stuff. That's not me. I don't have to worry about that. I don't like coming to say, but I always end up coming. I don't know what it is.
So anything else you want to say, want people to know how you feel about where you are, what your life is like?
This ain't the right place to come. You don't want to come here.
You think kids out there think it's maybe a badge of honor to say you served time in some place like Pendleton?
Some people, they probably.
Until they come here. Until they see what it's really like.
Do you have any remorse at all for, any of your victims on the outside, whether, rob somebody or beat somebody up? I mean, do you feel remorse? Have you had time to think about it?
I never thought about it, but yeah, I got remorse though for what I done yet.
So you don't think about it when you're doing it, but then as time goes on?
Yeah, you think about it once you get older. Look back what you done.
But when you're 13, 14, it really...
I really don't.
Then when you get older, you see, try to be a grown man and stuff, you just look back like, dang.
Were you guys both in gangs on the outside?
No.
That's rare. Most kids we talk to here have been. Final words?
Just, kids don't want to come here. They don't know what it's like until they come. A lot of kids out there wouldn't make it in here.
What's it take to make it here?
I don't know how to explain it. A lot of people that don't make it in here is because they trying to go home and stuff, so they don't be trying to fight and stuff. So they get their food taken and stuff. And that's why I've been here so long, because I wasn't going for it, and that's why I ain't went home yet. But I'm doing good now, besides this little stuff going to say it. I don't know what I did yet, but...
Because I think a lot of people on the outside would say, just do the program, don't fight. Get through as fast as you can. Are you saying it's not that easy?
Yeah, it's hard not to fight in here.
So what's your hope out of the end of all this? What do you think is going to happen next, and what do you hope happens?
I hope that I learn my lesson from this and I won't come back. Once I'm out.
You're hoping what?
I learned my lesson from it. Been here long enough to sit.
Time to go home.
Yeah.
What would you, did you have family at home that you're going to go home to, or where would
Yeah,
you?
I'm going to my grandma when I go home.
Going home to your grandma? So have you lived with her most of the time? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. She raised you?
Yeah.
Are your parents in the picture at all?
Nah, they both died.
Your parents both died?
Mm-hmm.
When you were younger?
Yeah, I'm about 12.
Really? Do you think that had something to do with why you started getting in trouble? Or?
That's when I started doing drugs, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
As early as 12 you were doing drugs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's young.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want to say about the life of drugs?
That messes up your whole life. Once you get into drugs, you get into other more negative stuff like that. Robbing, stealing. That's when you get locked up. Not the right thing to do, really.
So a lot of times drugs are at the root of the crimes.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys talking to us.
Yep.
You just, if you just have to have you sign a release form saying it's okay that we talk to you. That's okay. We can't show anybody that doesn't want to be shown. All you have to do is just your signature right there. So when's your scheduled release date, do you know? I know it's indeterminate sentences here, right?
Yeah, I did have a DT, a determined sentence, to get released in 2 years, but then they pulled my DT when I started acting up when I first got here. So now I gotta just complete the program.
It's fine. One side. Yeah, there. Is that better? Is it Brandon?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, good luck, guys. I don't know. What do they do from here?
We're about to put some scrubs on, some green or gray scrubs on, and go to the room until they tell us what we down here for. And then we'll sit down here in the room, get our tray served to us until they serve some major on whatever happened. We plead not guilty or guilty if we did it or not.
So, we'll let you guys know.
When you going back, with your food, they're gonna get your food in a second. When you going back to GP? You not going back to GP? Oh. All right, they're gonna get your food. You got your what? Your stocking cap.
That way we can move him into there.
Absolutely.
That much rank on him. He come over here like that.
Y'all, that fat motherfucker in the room is showing his ass and shit through the window and shit.
Stick the other one out.
You hear me? What's that? That fat motherfucker was showing his ass through the window and shit doing some shit.